Okay, I am back. I accidentally turned off the camera, so we're getting back to it. Next, I have the Avi Collagen Burn. This is a dietary peel. Um, I really enjoyed this company. I learned about this company and took a chance on it. It was great. I don't remember if any weight was lost with this peel, but I still really, really like the company. I had took this pill faithfully, but I took it. I took it back in 2024, and I should have recorded what my experiences were because it's hard to remember now. I just remember that I took it faithfully until it was gone, and I enjoyed it. Now with this one, the Obvi Collagenic Burn Elite. Now this one, by the time I do remember, of course, I used this faithfully until it was gone. And I do remember that between drinking a lot of water, drinking a lot of water, being on the treadmill for 45 minutes every day, along with taking this pill, I ended up losing 7 pounds in a week. The only reason why I don't have further results on weight loss was because I accidentally burned myself out on the treadmill. And it took quite some time for my body to recover from doing the 45 minutes every day. I had did a special program button on the treadmill, so it wasn't just strictly slow walking. Okay, so regardless of the burnout that I did on the treadmill, I still continued to use these pills until they were gone. It was an awesome experience with this company, whether it's their original burn or their burn elite. And I would recommend the Ivy company to anybody. Again, on my treadmill, I have these programs. It's program 1, 2, and 3. And I was doing the program for 45 minutes every single day without a break. And that wasn't the best. It brought results, but it wasn't the best. What I will say is that the pills cause you to go to the bathroom. They claim to be fat burners. So the pill sends you to the bathroom, you eliminate. I do believe that I did have a good concept though. Use the pill, drink as much water as you can within the day. Set a goal for yourself within that day. I'm going to drink X amount of water before midnight because that is what I did. And unlike me being on the treadmill for 45 minutes every day under a particular program, at least pick 2 to 3 days a week. 2 if you need to be eased into exercise, but 2 to 3 days out of the week for 30 minutes, starting off if you're not used to exercising. And you can break up those 30 minutes, 15 minutes at one part of the day, 15 minutes before bed. But nonetheless, 30 minutes on each day that you work out, or more if you can handle it, more than 30. And you will see a result. The programs on my treadmill were based on high intensity interval training. I did not know that until I actually did it. So high intensity interval training, if you've never done it and you've been curious about it, it does work. It does. Including with these pills, it does. I would definitely try both pills again because it's very possible. Because I don't remember my results from the first round, which is the light pink bottle, I would try it again to see the power of the fat burner without, this says Burn Elite, just the power of the original burn. What I do like is that upon elimination, there was no there was no pain in my stomach prior to going to the bathroom for elimination. So you can definitely count on that with Avi pills as well. They like to focus on collagen in all of their products. That's why you see that it says collagenic burn, and that there's 5 types of collagen, and that is a thermogenic. So both products does contain caffeine. If you can handle caffeine, you can handle this specifically. It is green tea and another form of caffeine they're not necessarily being specific about. And let me see, that's for the elite. And this one I know has green tea, but I can't remember the other one. So we have green tea, caffeine, anhydrous. And then the non-caffeinated, which is the raspberry ketone and the garcinia. And one more thing from Avi. The collagen 30-day detox, all natural complete gut cleanse. Eliminate toxins and help reduce bloating. The reason why I believe that it really did reduce bloating is because going to the bathroom again was painless. My body got so used to taking the pill that I could actually feel the pill shifting and breaking down waste in my stomach. No pain. Every time it was time to go to the bathroom, no pain. If you took the pill at night before bed, you will eliminate when you wake up in the morning. Everything is really smooth sailing with this pill. Again, I would use all 3 all over again because it's a great experience. Great experience, weight loss, and no pain. Oh, and of course, with the detox pill, there is no caffeine, but you do see all of the ingredients here that are weight loss friendly. I'm just going to name a few because it's a lot on here. So we have the buckthorn bark, the milk thistle seed extract. Milk thistle definitely works in cleansing out the body. Slippery elm, cascara sagrada bark. I'm not too familiar with that per se to give full detail about it, but I know that I typically see that ingredient in weight loss products. All right, next is the Evolution of Smooth 24-hour moisture body lotion in vanilla cashmere. What I like about this company is that regardless of the scent, the moisture and penetration power remains the same. This company is worth getting. This is my other bottle in Jasmine Peach. These fragrances are fantastic, including the strawberry one that I showed earlier. Any lotion from them is worth the purchase. And you really do feel the difference all day. You're not experiencing dryness on any level, no matter how many hours have gone by. They are exactly right with the 24-hour moisture. They have fragrances now based on the lotions that I have. Jasmine Peach and Vanilla Cashmere. I think that there's one for the strawberry. But yes, please check them out. Those lotions are always worth it. Okay, so this is the Burt's Bees Tips and Toes Kit. I got this as a gift. I am a Burt's Bees fan. So of course I was excited to receive this gift. It was fantastic. I still have these products. They're in one of my purses somewhere because I kept them on me to have moisture at work. The foot softening cream, I still have that, of course. Of course, not in my bag for work, but yes, I still use that. to this day, actually. Burt's Bees is a fantastic company when it comes to moisture and the proper penetration of the skin to moisturize to begin with. I know I've said that before with Evolution Smooth. I know I've said that even with Avon, but and Farmhouse Fresh. But these companies have all uh, had a positive response. Excuse me, my skin has had a positive response to all of these things. Burt's Bees has been around for quite some time. I knew about Burt's Bees for years before I ever even heard of uh, Evolution. I have actually, I don't know how long Evolution has been out, but I have heard of Burt's Bees for a very long time. My mother uses Burt's Bees, so it was in the home. You can't go wrong with Burt's Bees, whether you're there for the scent or whether you're there for uh, skin improvement. You cannot go wrong with Burt's Bees. This is the travel size kit, and I definitely look forward to getting a standard size or a larger than standard size of all of the products that you see on this box. Oh, and I forgot to mention, so if you can't see it, so we have the foot softening cream to the left, then there's the hand salve, and the almond and milk hand cream. The almond and milk hand cream smells like cherries. Then we have the lemon butter cuticle cream. The lemon smell is fantastic and strong. Then we have the pomegranate chapstick, along with the nourishing hand cream with honey and grapeseed. All of these feel great, and they are especially handy if you work in any field that requires you to heavily work your hands and strip it of its moisture and be prone to dryness. So yes, the office worker can use this, and of course they will receive the greatest benefit because of the nature of their work. But if you work in a factory, if you work in fast food, so on and so forth, these are the things to have to restore the hands. Next is the Organic Root Stimulator, or as olive oil, super moisturizing daily styling lotion infused with rice water and electrolytes. Unfortunately, despite the smell, despite the consistency, despite how good it feels on my hand, my hair does not like this. It is not moisturizing. It starts off, upon immediate application, it starts off as if it is going to be moisturizing. But once the product soaks into the hair, my hair is very dry, and it is painful to brush through. So unfortunately, I am unable to use this, and I will not purchase this. Yes, I initially tried a decent amount of it thinking that I needed to give it a chance. And then when I realized that it wasn't working for me, I initially continued because I'm like, oh, if I don't use it, that's wasting money. And I had to get out of that mindset. As someone with natural hair, I learned it is not a waste of money when you buy something and it simply does not work for you. You are not obligated to use up the product. You are not wasting money by choosing to get rid of it. So please remember that, even if you're not a natural, please remember that. So yes, unfortunately, this does not work for me. And that's why it is a part of the Empties. And I have a little over half. Yeah, a little over half left in the bottle. Okay, next is the Ariana Grande, Thank You Next 2.0. Now, I like this one, this purple one here, more than the pink one. So this one has a sweet smell, but it's more of a unique scent. It isn't very sugary, sweet enough to get your attention, but again, it is a very unique scent. It's not about cotton candy. It's not about sugar. It's not about trying to have it be really, really sugary. It's more uh, softer, a more feminine, soft touch with a little bit of sweet, but it isn't too floral either. Very unique scent, hard to describe because out of any perfume that I've had, I've never had a perfume that smelled like this one, but definitely worth trying out. And of course, once again, there are no notes on the back, but it's just letting you know that this is a lighter version of the Thank You Next 2.0 Eau de Parfum. And I do plan on getting the Eau de Parfum version of this. This one isn't too strong. Next is the MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in the color NW44. So one year I was trying to figure out what is my color in MAC. I cannot do swatches on my hands because my hands are darker than my face. So that's not a reliable source. So I took a chance on this one, and it actually worked out. It looks great. In liquid form, however, it looks very dark and it looks like it will not work for my complexion. Observing the foundation online is tricky. It does look dark online. I do plan on giving it a try one day just to know for sure, is this the answer or not in liquid form. In powder form, it matches my complexion very well. And the tricky part with MAC foundations is, although this works for me in powder form, sometimes MAC, it appears that they change the foundation colors over time. So what you chose one year, it might look completely different in a different year that you buy it. So I'm definitely going to be experimenting between NW44 powder again in this year or in the years to come, and compare it to my original compact. And I'm also going to be comparing the powder to the liquid. And I am going to revisit NC50. I do not own NC50, but based on seeing it in person, it made me curious as to is that a possible foundation to mix with NW44, since I am more warm toned than cool toned. But this is just in relation to what I've observed in the liquid foundation department when it comes to MAC, and seeing NC50 over the years. So we'll stay tuned for that. But if you're into powder, try this one. If you are warm toned, brown skin but warm toned, consider giving this one a try. Okay, so next I'm going to lay this here. So next is this. Let me see if I can get it clear. The faux piercing here. This is a faux nose ring. I had got these nose rings off of Shein. I like the look of a nose ring, but my nostrils are not pierced. I do not have a septum piercing either. I was curious as to see how I would look with a nostril piercing before actually going through with the commitment. So I bought these two here. from Shein, and this one is gold, by the way, and the other one is silver. I really enjoyed having on the faux nose rings. The only reason why I stopped is because I used to have, it actually comes in threes, and I had one in a rose gold color. And when I put it in my nose, it began to burn. So even though I learned that rose gold as a metal is a beautiful color for my skin tone, the fake nose piercing burning my nostril made me nervous. So I stopped wearing them altogether. I was just like, nope, because I didn't want my nose to start burning again. And I didn't know why I was having that reaction. I assume possibly an allergic reaction, but I'm not sure. So yes, so the next time I have a piercing, it is either going to be a real piercing through the nostril, or it is going to be a fake ring that's been plated in real gold or real silver. So this earring here is my Coach earring. So this is a black leather with a textured design. And yes, it is curved. To the side, you notice that it's curved like the letter C. I love these Coach earrings. It is so unfortunate that the earring, the stem that goes in the ear, was broken. That's the only reason why these are part of the product Empties. These earrings are fantastic. The sleekness of the real leather bound around the earring is fantastic. It's a nice soft touch if you have on a black dress, or anything black for that matter. But no, you do not have to wear black just for these to look right. Very nice and simple, chic look, and depending on the outfit, it can look very elegant, yet simple. Again, one day it suddenly weakened and was broken, and I have no clue why. But I loved these earrings. And I keep this in the hope of asking Coach if they have any of these left, or was this just for a limited time and I have to get just a completely different pair of Coach earrings. But again, loved it. All right, so the next one is the Coconut Craze. Now, of course, the layout puts you in the mind of Victoria's Secret, especially early 2000 design patterns on Victoria's Secret bottles. Not the glass part here, but how this looks. Put you in the mind of early 2000s Victoria's Secret. So this was from a beauty supply store as well, and it does not last long, but the smell is fantastic. It does linger. It lingers for a little while before it goes away, but by the end of the day, it will not be there. Again, because of its size, just enough for just a quick, nice smell for work. All right, sorry about that. Yes, this is a nice, quick smell for work. It lingers again on the skin for a little while, and then it goes away. It was not designed to last long, but it's a nice, fun scent. Sometimes people get coconut scents wrong, and it's too strong. But this is just enough. Light coconut scent allows you to enjoy the smell of coconut without it being overbearing. Nice and sweet, and I have got compliments for it. And this is the box. And yep, sometimes the beauty supply store has hidden gems because it may not last long, but the smell combining with the body chemistry is fantastic. Okay, so next is the, I don't know how to pronounce that, Sandor Christmas Repair Moisturizing Lip Balm Set. It came with a strawberry one, an avocado one, a milk hydrate, milk, kiwi, avocado, and strawberry. So this is how, excuse the ripping, this is how the front looks. I got this during the month of, let me see, it was either November or December because I got it way ahead of Christmas, but within mind of the season not being too far away. So this comes in the form of 4 small containers that look like mini Vaseline containers, and I got this off of Shein. The Vaseline felt creamy, felt very great on regardless of scent. The avocado really felt good, but all of them have a creamy consistency. All 4 felt amazing. I still have one to this day. When it comes to Shein and Vaseline, definitely worth buying. Definitely worth it. No, your little containers will not say Vaseline, but it's practically the same thing. But the difference is Vaseline in America has a particular feel, and this Vaseline, not only does it look slightly creamier, it feels completely different, and it does have a creamy feel. Definitely worth getting. If you don't get anything else from Shein, get their mini Vaselines. All right, next is the Dougro. Oops. Next is the Dougro Mega Long Extreme Reconstructor Ultimate Strengthening Conditioner. I use this as a mask. It has avocado oil and silk protein in it, and it claims to repair damaged hair. I do not know if it assisted in the in a repair process per se. At the time that I bought it, my hair was not damaged. I like masks. I like doing deep conditioning treatments. It's also good if you have natural hair. I like deep conditioning treatments in general, regardless of being natural. And Dougro has been in my family's home for many years. So I was more than happy to try it out. I like the smell of it, and I like the consistency of it. It's thick and creamy, and I like how it felt upon application and upon rinsing out. So yes, I would buy this again. Okay, we have the Prime Audio Runner Wired Earbuds. So these earbuds have to be plugged into the phone. At the time that I bought these, I had a phone that you plugged earphones into, even though it had the ability to accept wireless earbuds as well. So I use these at work and outside of work as well. So it did have the ability to accept phone calls, and it worked very well for a phone call. It was clear, and the recipient could hear me while I was talking on the phone. So if you have the type of phone, or you have a preference of plugging the earphones up rather than having it wireless, or you're in certain settings where it's better to have it plugged up than have the wireless, you could definitely give these a try. And Prime Audio responds well to Android and iPhone. Okay, our last item here is the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. They said it's for dry skin to very dry skin. And it says it cleanses without leaving skin feeling tight or disrupting the skin barrier. So this with me did not work well. It initially feels good upon application to my skin, but when I rinse it off, my skin feels very dry. Because I have combination skin, I did expect this to be moisturizing, but it is the total opposite on my skin, surprisingly. I do feel like my skin is cleansed. I just don't like the very drying effect after the soap is rinsed off. So unfortunately, that's my experience with the product. I think that CeraVe is a great line. I just can't use this particular cleanser, and that's why it is a part of the Empties. Our face takes time to respond to a product, so that's why there's a significant amount that's gone, because I was really trying to give it a chance and give my face a reasonable time to turn over and respond and give me a true result as to whether this is a good answer or not. But even with consistent use, the results remain the same. Again, despite the dryness, my skin did feel properly cleansed. I just didn't like the extreme dryness afterward. All right, and that concludes part 2 of the product Empties. So I do not have specific links because these are items that I went into the store for, minus the Ariana Grande perfumes. I received that as a gift, so of course I do not know where that is from. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Oh, Obvi can be found on their website. I can provide, so correction, Obvi is the only product in this review that I can provide a link for. Oh, and the MAC, I can provide a link for the MAC perfume. I'm gonna see if I can provide a link for the powder foundation. I should be able to. So yes, MAC and Obvi, correction, MAC and Obvi, I will be able to provide a link so that you guys can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great one.